Hi friends, I'm back with another little tiny book. Friends, The Big Wave by Pearl S. Buck is the next one in a series of tiny books that we are reading, little books that Diane and I are reading, previewing books for our youngest readers, our early entry readers. Maybe first or fourth grade readers who are developing stamina and developing their vocabulary and learning how to read longer and longer books. And we love this book. We're reading as many of these little books as we can get our hands on. Many of them we enjoy, some we love, some we have some cautions about, and some we've actually removed from our library. But the Big Wave by Pearl S. Buck is a fascinating story about a island nation with two families. One family who lives in the upper part of the mountain and one family who lives closer to the beach. And there is a volcano that is very angry, and the instability of the volcano triggers a tsunami. And so these two boys who are best friends are together when the tsunami hits. One of the boys' entire family perishes in the tsunami. This happens right away in the story. So this book ends up contending with grief, how to grieve well, how to help somebody grieve well, how to come back, not come back from grief exactly, but how to live a meaningful life with grief as part of your story. It is a beautiful story told very well. Lots of beautiful and relevant information, lots of cultural information, but not so much that our young emerging reader will be bogged down in it. So it's a very attainable story for them to reach for and maybe climb the mountain to reach and to succeed with. So The Big Wave by Pearl S. Buck is one that we absolutely recommend. However, because of the grieving storyline, we think it's probably a little heavy for our very youngest readers. But here's the good news. You get to choose. You know your readers. You know who you are stewarding for, and you get to preview. And at 94 pages, it's basically a cup of tea, maybe two. And you could have it read, you could enjoy it, and then you could give it to your reader at the right time. And because you've already read it, you could discuss it and have a shared reading experience with it. So if you want more of these reviews, just keep following our Instagram and our Facebook. And this spring, project coming involving these. Happy reading, friends.